Since 2018, only the Chiefs with more victories.
Yeah, 14-4. It's quite the opposite today, right? All the turnovers leading to touchdowns. Usually it's the Saints that are capitalizing on those turnovers, stopping the run. That's been the formula for success. It's worked well over the years.
Carr with time, wide open. Shaheed. Another New Orleans first down.
And that's where you're starting to open it up. Rashid Shaheed, what he's doing right now, he's running an over route. You run over the defense, and the reason it's so wide open is because Chris Olave is the one that cleared out the cornerback and the safety, allowing for Shaheed to come right underneath and get that big completion.
25 yards, biggest play today for the Saints on offense. And Carr is 9 for 9 since halftime. From the 24, on the toss, Kamara. And he's met in the backfield by James Smith-Williams. Loss of 3 on the play.
The defensive left ends, James Smith-Williams, Matthew Judon, they have been having their way with Trevor Penning. He's the offensive tackle to that side. He just can't handle the speed of them. And right now, they've been able to get around the corner quickly. And then if he sets too quickly, they start to bull rush him. It's been creating all types of issues trying to run to that right side.
Under 3 minutes on the clock, third quarter, 8th play of the drive for the Saints, who trail by 6. Second down and 13. Carr steps up, down he goes. Back at the 31-yard line, D. Alford.
And D. Alford, he's going to come right off the edge. One of the rare blitzes from Raheem Morris, but times it up beautifully. Still able to keep that shell coverage, so it was hard for Derek Carr and the offensive line to see it. And Alford capitalizes, brings them to a 3rd and long.
First sack of the day on either side. Third down and 17. Carr's pass complete, and then Kamara is body checked by Hughes. So the Saints here will send out the field goal unit.
Okay. Just watch Hughes. They're all playing what's called sticks coverage. You basically sit at the sticks and you wait for the ball to be thrown. You break up on it just like that, and you make them pay if they're going to throw it that short. Nice job by the defense.
Blake Grupe, 43-yard attempt from the left hash. Hay ball places it down. Grupe's kick pulls the Saints back to within 3. Big play by Hughes, not allowing Kamara to pick up the helmet. Megan O'Leary, Falcons leading the Saints by 3. There's Mike Hughes, who made the big tackle moments ago. Falcons holding the Saints to a field goal.
Gotta love the way the Falcons defense responded after 2 touchdowns. You thought the Saints offense was going to run away with it. They've been very physical. They've now started to tackle better. I mean, they've gotten after the run game. It has been a good showing since those first 2 touchdowns by the Falcons defense.
The big defensive play made by Judon, the interception by Anderson. On a bounce, McLeod. He is taken down shy of the 20. College Football Hall of Fame here in Atlanta. Big noon Saturday. UCLA will roll into Happy Valley to take on number 9.
Can't wait for that game.
All starts at 10 a.m. with the best pregame party in football. UCLA Penn State. Noon on Fox. James Franklin's club with a 21-7 win over Illinois yesterday.
What a great job James Franklin has done with Penn State. He's done a phenomenal job over the years. Great coaching by James Franklin.
Penn State, UCLA Saturday. Here's Algier.
That's a big hit right there. Jordan Howden. Okay.
Tyler Algier Out across the 25 as time winds down in this third quarter. Falcons without a touchdown from their offense, leading by 3. Cousins scanning. Cousins throws, and a diving catch. McLeod takes it out across the 40 for an Atlanta first down.
There was absolutely zero pressure on Kirk Cousins. Sat back there for about 6 seconds before finally finding Ray McLeod. And you see the whole defensive front gets changed. I don't know if they're tired or what the issue is, but they got new bodies in there, fresh bodies. And I know Dennis Allen wants them to get much more pressure than what they just had.
Third quarter comes to an end. Falcons leading by 3.
Tropicana drinks are so refreshingly.
We talked about how even this all-time series is, 55 wins apiece, and how about today? Both teams with 256 yards.
And it gets no better than that. You talk about a rivalry, and you don't know how the game's going to go. It doesn't matter what happened the week before. That's what Raheem Morris said, right? He was like, yeah, we played well against a couple guys. That means absolutely nothing coming into this week. And you can see Bijan Robinson, Pete Warner, we're seeing these guys that are all trying to make their hay, make a statement on this rivalry.
We begin the fourth quarter with Algier running up the middle. Picks up another Falcons first down. We mentioned the injuries on the defensive side. Saints without Demario Davis today. They lost Willie Gay. And there's Matthew, remains on the sideline and now does not have his helmet.
Yeah, you lose the backup to the backup in Willie Gay. And so you have a third-team linebacker playing. Tyrann Mathieu, we raved about his ball skills, tackling, and now Jordan Houghton is in for Tyrann Mathieu. So you can always say next man up mentality. We agree, but at some point there is going to be a drop-off.
There is Algier again into that defensive secondary. To the Saints' 33-yard line. Another Atlanta first down, gain of 15.
And so you have the middle linebacker hurt. You have your safety hurt, and they're running right where they would be, right at the teeth of this defense, up between the tackles where Demario Davis would be or Willie Gay had he been in, where Tyrann Mathieu would be. They're not there, and now Tyler Algier is getting all of that production right up the gut of this defense.
And we'll pass along information regarding Mathieu as soon as we receive it. There's Algier again. Algier spins. Ball came out after he was ruled down at the 30-yard line. But when you talk about Demario Davis, Jonathan, he's one of the leaders of this Saints defense. The middle linebacker hardly ever misses a game. Willie Gay, his replacement, knocked out due to injury. And another one of their leaders, Mathieu, remains on the sideline.
And the graphic tells you everything. Second half, -3 yards rushing for the Saints. Atlanta now starting to pick it up, 54 yards this half.
Robinson in the backfield, second down and 7. Cousins over the middle. It's complete to Drake London. Inside the Saints' 20-yard line, a 12-yard pickup.
It's Drake London. He's going against Paulson Adebo, and as I mentioned, Marshawn Lattimore has not been matched up on London. They've been trying to rotate coverage back over to Adebo and to Alontae Taylor, let Marshawn Lattimore handle his own outside, and Drake London, he's been taking advantage of that. Kirk Cousins recognizes it, and that's where they've been going and attacking this defense.
First trip inside the 20 for the Falcons. Their offense with a couple of field goals, and that has been it. There's Robinson. Bijan Robinson. There's a flag inside the 10, the 5, into the end zone, but this looks like it's against the Falcons.
Offense number 70.
Raheem Morris's face says it all. His reaction to Jake Matthews with the holding, and he's going up against Chase Young. And yeah, he got him on the chest. It wasn't a big one. I've seen that not called many times, but they called it this time.
Judge Matthews, 165th consecutive start. That's the longest current streak in the NFL. Pushing the Falcons back.
7 penalties today for the Falcons, only 3 for the Saints.
From the 29-yard line, it's Robinson. And Robinson gets bottled up. Gain of 2. Peyton Turner, the tackle. Under 12 minutes remaining. Falcons leading by 3. Touchdowns from their special teams and their defense.
And the Falcons hurrying up the tempo. Right now they have the Saints D-line out of whack.
Second down at 18. Cousins in trouble. Ball comes loose. And the Falcons recover. It's Peyton Turner made the tackle on the last play. Knocked it loose. That is the left guard, Bergeron, who falls on it.
Yeah, and watch Chase Young. He's going to come around the corner now. That's the thing about going fast. You go fast, Peyton Turner coming around the corner. He gets the sack. When you go fast like that, remember, the defense knows that you're going on a quick snap, so he gets to time it. He got a great jump on that snap, and Peyton Turner gets a sack strip, almost gets a recovery by Chase Young. That is a nice job defensively because, Colin Saunders almost got that recovery, but they needed a big play.
Third down and 31. Cousins complete along the near sideline. London pulls it in at the 24. It'll be third down and 15.
Well, how close is that, Kenny? You have a very, very soft holding call that negates a touchdown by Bijan Robinson. Instead, you kick the field goal here by Younghoe Koo. Well, this easily could have been a 2-score game for the Falcons.
Right, remember they had a 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line.
Yes, they had the defense on their heels. They were running, passing, and then all of a sudden that one penalty.
Right, the Matthews penalty, the sack by Turner. So now a 42-yard attempt, and Koo knocks it through.
Yep.
So the Falcons go back up by 6. Again, held out of the end zone by the Saints defense. Quarter. Atlanta not able to get it into the end zone.
And same thing happening today, right? And Kirk Cousins visibly frustrated.
That was moments ago after he headed to the sideline.
Yeah. He wants the execution. Down there, you work that hard to get there. You want to get 7 points instead of 3, and you can see he was very frustrated either with the play call or the execution of it.
Koo with 3 field goals. Touchdown from the defense, touchdown from the special teams. Falcons lead by 6 as Derek Carr heads back out with the Saints offense. He's perfect, 10 for 10 in the second half.
He's done a good job because the running game has not been there for the Saints offense in the second half. So you're looking at Derek Carr, if you're going to rely on his arm, continue to give him those options with a check down in case that intermediate route isn't there. 10 to 15 yards in between the numbers. If it's not there, allow for a check down with Kamara.
Kamara in the backfield with the fullback Prentice. Taysom Hill ruled out, injured late in the second quarter after scoring both Saints touchdowns. Here's Kamara. Kamara out to the 38-yard line. Nice block from the fullback Prentice leading the way.
There's Prentice. Now, what I like is that the offense is now running to their left. I talked about the struggles that Penning was having setting the point when they were running to the right. So now Clint Kubiak goes to the left and cuts off of Trevor Penning's cut block. And Adam Prentice getting a nice block as well. Nice
Second
adjustment.
down. Jonathan. Second down and 2. Here is Kamara. Picks up a New Orleans Orleans. First down, 9.5 remaining.
Yep, running towards the left again. So we got to give credit to Lucas Patrick. I know he got beat one time with Taquan Graham. Other than that, looks like he's had a good game. Shane Lemieux, we haven't called his name at all today. So that tells me he's doing a good job. And the play selection, that's about as balanced as you want to be. 27 rushes, 25 passes. The only thing missing, which is the credit to the Falcons defense, are the explosive plays. They have not been there for the Saints today.
Carr on first down, fires, complete at the Atlanta 41-yard line. Wide open was Shaheed for a gain of 18.
And frankly, that will be open for Shaheed and Olave almost every time. Let's make sure he caught the football, traps it. Remember, the ball is allowed to touch the ground so long as it's not moving and he maintains control. That's a nice catch.
Team leading 7th reception for Rashid Shaheed today. From the Falcons, 41. Carr, complete. Williams. Anderson the tackle. Time for a game break. Carissa.
Thanks, Kenny. Bears-Rams. Bears up by 2. DeAndre Swift takes a handoff up the middle, hops over the defender, just outruns everyone to the end zone for a 36-yard score. Bears in front by 9. Kenny?
That's Carissa. Bears looking for their second win. We look forward to heading to Chicago next week for the Bears and the Carolina Panthers. 2nd down and 6. We talked about this revamped offensive line. Patrick at left guard, his 100th NFL game. Lemieux makes the start at center, the former New York Giant. Without the injured McCoy and Ruiz, it's Kamara running right.
Yeah, just not much doing with Kamara running to the right. Jamal Williams is going to give Kamara a spell. They got 3 wide receivers in the game. Juwan Johnson, the tight end for the Saints. And as expected, Falcons, they switch to their speed package. Judon is in there with Arnold Ebiketie. You got Grady Jarrett. We haven't called his name much. He'll get one-on-one in this 3rd down opportunity.
Huge play. 3rd down and 6. Carr to the near side. It's Olave who makes the catch for a Saints first down inside the 25-yard line. Carr has completed 13 straight, 12 yards to number 12.
Yeah, all of these intermediate routes are going to be open for Rashid Shaheed and Chris Olave. And it's the same concept every time. One of these speedy guys is going to run what's called a go route or clear route. The other guy is going to go right where they left. And they can do that all the time. Derek Carr just needs time to do it. When he has time, very effective.
New set of downs for Carr and the Saints. From the Falcons, 24. Carr rolling right. Fires to the end zone. Olave out of bounds.
That was great effort. Definitely has possession. Now, yeah. First one wasn't even inbound, so they're going to give him a spell.
Saints send in the rookie wideout, Bub Means. Split out wide to the left. Bottom of your screen. 2nd and 10. They run it with Kamara. And he takes it inside the 10 for New Orleans. First down.
That's the wrinkle. Running now offensive left instead of offensive right. And you just take a look at this offensive line and how they get the push. Kamara stays on his track. One cut and he's up the field. Love the way that he followed Lemieux and he kept going.
Penalty marker. It's Kamara again following the 14-yard gain. John Hussey huddling
There are 2 fouls on the play, both by the defense. Illegal substitution, too many men on the field. That penalty is declined. Number 97 was offside. We will enforce that 5-yard penalty. First down.
That's Grady Jarrett.
Collection.
It's another penalty for the Falcons. They've really been hurting themselves today with these penalties. They had a touchdown negated because of it. Now giving an easy first down. Saints are in the red zone, tapping on the goal line for this go-ahead touchdown.
Third red zone trip for the Saints offense. Touchdowns on their first 2.
And now Alvin Kamara has over 100 yards combined from scrimmage, 78 rush yards, 39 receiving.
Came into the game leading the league in that category. Here's Kamara. Troy Anderson has been involved in a number of big plays, has a touchdown today.
He certainly has. He's been having a really good game ever since he got that interception. He has been on Kamara like white on rice. Been a great job. And Alvin Kamara, 20-plus touches in every game this season, 22 today. You know, that's the recipe. That's what the Saints do. And they need to continue to force that issue. I would say continue running left instead of right. That's where you have the success.
10th play of the drive. Saints trailing by 6. Second and goal. Fake to Kamara. Carr to the end zone, incomplete. Intended for Shaheed with Hughes covering, no flags.
This time, Raheem Morris wasn't going to be sitting back and allowing anything to happen. He just came with some pressure. They got after it with Derek Carr. As soon as he turns around, Caden Ellis is right in his